One of the biggest edge you can have as a trader is perfecting your entry in every single strategy that you have. This is something most people don't focus on. They focus more on, let me try to make less losses, but they forget not to focus on their strength, right? If you're already performing well in a certain strategy, why not find a way to make it better? There's multiple strategies out there using the opening range levels, using the opening print levels, using the 5-minute range levels. As long as you can identify these early entries, you will have an edge over other traders. Now, what I mean by these early entries is where the panic comes in from, where FOMO kicks in. When you see an aggressive move happening, if you're able to jump in before that aggressive move comes in, if you're able to time that entry, your return is going to be very high in a very short period of time. So in today's video, I'm going to break down one of the trades that I took and exactly explain why I took that early entry. So here's an SPX trade that I took on Thursday, and this was a range break trade. The low of the day was roughly around 68.35, so that would have been somewhere around here. Now, I got in a little bit later than what I usually look for in my confirmation. So there's something called close of the wick. So let's say, for example, I was to go long around here. What I would look for is I would draw out the highest wick going into this. So in this case, it is going to be right around here, right? So you guys see we wick out right early on in the day around 9:35 and we start to pull back. When we come back here and we close into this, this is where you would hypothetically have a good entry if there is a confirmation coming in from volume. So what I look for in this case is how much volume is here, how much interest is here. So if when we came earlier to test the 684, if there's, let's say, 1 million volume, and we come back to retest that again, and this time it's 700 or 600K volume, which means now you have 30 to 40% less volume than earlier. That means the interest has dropped for this particular breakout. So even if it breaks out, you see we get pulled right back, we get a magnet into that level again, right? So if when this is coming back, what I would look for again is draw out that zone. And if, let's say, somehow hypothetically price bounce from here and we come back to retest that 685, on this 685 close, I would look at volume. So here we have about 1.5 million volume. I would want the candle to close into the zone with volume being higher, showing that now there's more interest and buyers are in control. And now on order flow, what I would want is buyers being more aggressive or a big order getting filled right around this range, which would give us a breakout. So now coming back to this trade that I took, we come back, we break this range, we break the 15-minute range as well. We get back into the range, and now we have this wick zone right here. So you guys can see right here, we have volume dropping to almost 1.2 million. We get that pullback, we get that close into that range, and volume starts to pick back up. Now, typically what I look for here is where I would take my entry and use that high of that wick as my stop loss. But once that candle closed, I got in at the next candle using the 683.50 as my stop loss. Now, I know this is SPY, but when I'm trading SPX, most of my decisions come from paying attention to SPY, because SPY gives us volume. It helps us see the order flow coming in. SPX doesn't have that information. So that's why I pay attention to the levels on SPY more. So once I entered here, use this as my stop loss, which is roughly 683.50. We saw that aggressiveness coming in, right? Now, the reason why we didn't see a continuation here is we had a lot of buyers stacked up around 680. There was a lot of gamma exposure here as well. So this is where I'm going to draw the next zone, right? So we trade. So trading from this zone to just this zone, you get a net return of 50%. Obviously, the premiums moved much more aggressively, but I wasn't able to fully take advantage of that because the pullback pretty much killed the premiums. But now, keeping this in mind, and we're looking for a re-entry, we would pay attention to this wick again and pay attention to the volume being very close. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly, for example, if it's 1 million and we at the retest we have 900, that's still good enough, right? You want it to be very close to it or higher for a high probability of a continuation. And using these zones within price action, especially when it's going out of a range or heading towards a range that might break, it gives you an early entry, because now once you enter here, most people are looking at an entry point for the break of the range, which is right around here, right? So when people are going to be looking at entry is once this breaks, and once this breaks, this is where you see a lot of people taking profits. You get a little pullback and then you get a little continuation, but it's obviously not the same as this aggressive move that you get right here. And this is where most of the gains come from, especially in options, because of that IV pushing up, FOMO kicking in, people jumping in right around here. That causes the premiums to have a huge jump, because you see right when we dropped from there, the premiums jumped to $20 and then $25. So if you got in roughly around the same price as I did, around $13, that's almost close to 100% return in matter of minutes. So defining your edge within a particular setup that you have, where like most people, they would have gotten in after this break of range or retest of this range or waited until here. As long as you have a strategy where you have a high probability that it will work out based on statistics, not based on your gut, it has to be based on stats. You have an early entry where you've seen, all right, I jump in here every time the candle closes into the wick zone, volume starts to pour in, there's more sellers showcasing, and you have a follow through after that. This will give you a defined edge over a lot of other traders, because they're waiting for this to break or for this to close. So either they're going to be jumping in here or they're going to be chasing anywhere here. But if you have that early entry in your mind, you're looking for that confirmation, this will give you better results. I hope this video was helpful. Comment below what other videos I should do, and I'll see you guys in the next video.